Hello, everyone.
Good
Welcome to
morning.
Time for Life. Good morning. We have our co-host Stephanie Wilson, our guest Stephanie Wilson from Freedom of Over Fascism, and we are waiting for our other guest Nick Perro to join us, and we're going to talk about all things that you do to make time for life, especially in difficult times. So.
Hi guys. Good morning. Very glad to be joining you live for this first episode of Time for Life under the sick of this S publication. I don't know if I should say the S, but yeah, I guess this is okay. Yeah, I'm also going to turn on my chat so I can see because right now I have no idea what's going on. And if there's a chat, how are you, Stephanie?
I am good. Okay, I'm turning on the chat too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
48. Hey. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I am good today.
Okay,
Hi
Monica.
everybody. It's so great to see everyone here. I kind of had an off day yesterday, but I'm back to feeling human. So that's always a good situation.
Always good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Stephanie, and tell us
Yeah.
about you?
Sure thing. So you, many of you know me. I am Stephanie Wilson. I am the co-host with these fine ladies and Nick Perro on Chronically Ill and Out on Mondays at 11. And I host Freedom Over Fascism, a podcast, a show, a live, a podcast, an audio podcast to help bring context and creativity and guidance on how to communicate during this moment. And my background, I have a doctorate. I'm a historian, and usually my show's on Tuesday and Wednesday at 1. But this week I'm going on at Thursday at 2 with the Not Schenker Osorio messaging genius. So I think she'll have a lot to say about how we talk about these times and how do we reframe conversations so that we're not falling into the traps that the other side is trying to set for us.
I love that.
And I am so happy to be here on your inaugural episode.
Well, thank you. Well, I mean, we had to have you too. You guys are like a friends and lifeline over here. Appreciate you so much. We really do. So while we're waiting for Nick, I would love to hear, what is it that brings you joy? Happiness, whatever.
Me or
we're putting our guest on the spot and then we do it.
you first?
I'm putting you first.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just heard that. I wasn't sure. So what do you guys think? Sorry, this is our premiere and we're so practiced this morning.
What brings me joy? My family brings me joy. I've got a husband and an 18-year-old son who's going off to college next year. So he won't be around that much longer in our house. I watched Wicked for Good twice this weekend, and that brought me a lot of joy. I read fantasy and queer romance. I aspirationally take walks, which is going to have to start, but today is full of ice, so I don't know. And I'm just kind of I'm a homebody. I was one of those people when the pandemic hit. I was like, oh, great. I don't have to see anybody. Oh, you mean I don't have to see my mom? I don't have to travel? Fantastic. So yeah.
What did you do at that time?
I was still creating websites for people as a business. And I also So that was 2020. I was one of the leaders of a social media group that did a parallel campaign to Joe Biden's called Biden Digital Coalition. I was the Facebook head. So we had meetings. I mean, with Zoom, like it's in some ways not much different from now. It's like I had relationships with people that I was looking at on my screen, and at least during the warm times, I would sit out on my deck, and but that is actually what got me involved in, hey, Nick, in politics more directly. And then after that, I did more websites, and then I did political work in Indiana. And then I started the podcast, and here we are.
Wonderful.
Hey, good
Welcome,
morning.
Nick. This is Nick Perro. Nick, would you like to introduce yourself? I don't think too many people know you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll introduce myself. I'm Nick
Nobody
Perro.
except everybody.
I'm the founder here at Sick of This Shit Publications with my good friends, as Beth, Cruz, Soso, and Stephanie Wilson, doing our chronic illness discussions on Mondays. But yeah, I think everyone knows me, but I'm glad to reintroduce myself in case you don't. Because we do have all of our audiences notified that we are all here. So I'm Nick Perro. I'm glad to be able to host this for you, Beth, and Soso, so that you can have this show. So I'm going to work on getting better at doing that, because I have a show right before, and how I can do this with making it easier for you guys, but also for myself, so I don't get slightly distracted at the end of my other show.
Yeah. I was
I'll work
wondering
on-
how you were doing that.
I have two browsers open, one for my Banner and Backbone stuff, one for my Sick of This Shit stuff. And so I had two restream windows open, myself muted over here and quiet in the background. I set everything up ahead of time so that it was easy. And so, yeah, it's the joy of life. It's learning how to do some multitasking and how we can make these systems easier for ourselves too.
That's wonderful. And you're appreciated for doing this and allowing this space to be able to bring people to this platform for Time for Life. I mean, chronically illing, I think we're doing wonderful. I think we're building such a great community. And I think it's great that we can have a secondary show during the week where we continue some happiness and joy if we can. That's my hope. So Nick,
Same.
would you like to tell us what brings you joy?
I get a lot of joy from being with my family, and from expressing my ideals. I get joy in doing what I'm doing here on Substack and in my other podcasts. I like teaching, and I like learning myself. So to me, this is all just a teaching experience and a way to connect and grow. And so I get a lot of joy out of that. And I don't get bullied at work. So that's a nice joyful experience too.
Wait, I will start. Wait. I'm just kidding.
Because I had 2.5, almost 3 years of bullying at my old job from a executive who just didn't like me and was an asshole and wanted to push me out. And he bullied me and others, and I went through 2.5 years of therapy for it, and I'm better on the outside now.
Wonderful.
So I get a lot of joy doing what I'm doing and helping bring the community together.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you. And you have become such a vital part to the community. I feel, and I know the rest of us feel that way, and Stephanie as well. So thank you. And so
I love
thank
this
you.
community. I think everyone here is. I'm seeing who's in the chat, and this is just a tremendous community.
Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. Thank everybody for showing up here today. I'm pretty nervous, but So happy to be here, and might be a little awkward the first one, but Soso's going to talk now.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What brings
I felt
you
like.
joy, Soso? What brings you joy?
Okay. Well, a lot of things. Actually, if I could say, putting on my favorite T-shirt right now, which says "Enjoy your journey." It's like it was made for this moment. But yeah, so I do like to put on funny T-shirts. I have so many of them. I think I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, what is my day going to be like? What do I have to do? How do I feel? Blah, 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 blah. And then I get out, for example, like kitties against Trump, or, okay, I don't want to talk about politics, but you see my meaning, like have all of these like quote T-shirts. So that's the first thing that I like to do, is to put on funny T-shirt. But otherwise, what do I like? What brings me joy? It's not just what do I like, right? It's what brings you joy. I am actually very grateful for the fact that I'm able to be on a platform and speaking in English, because if you don't know me, guys, I'm French Canadian. So this is why I speak funny sometimes, and I'm like looking for my words. But yes, I would say also the same as on that same line of thought is traveling. And right now it's really a bother, because I would love to go with my husband sometime, because he does a lot of traveling for his work. And I often, well, when I can, and I'm not doing stuff at home, I can go with him. And often it's in the States. But yeah, now guess what? I'm staying across the border. So yeah, hopefully this is just a grain of sand in the movement that we're trying to bring positivity to the platform, but also to people in people's life, because we're not going to tolerate what's happening. And I'm saying in our world, because this is our world. It's not just theirs. And I'm saying I don't like the word they, but whoever thinks they're gonna, put down people that are, for example, like just what you described, Nick, like bullying. It's just, and I apologize. Maybe that was a bad joke, because I was like, this is not work, but this is fun. And, but at the same time, we deal with people and relationships, and, it can happen anywhere. So hopefully we are able to continue. This brings me joy, like connecting with people that I share values with, and not just from my little corner of the world, but from all over. So I could say that's it. And also turquoise, because I love the ocean and the water, and snorkeling is something that just really, really brings me joy. And I don't mean to not say that I don't like spending time with the family, but I'm like the caretaker. So when the kids are here, they're grown-ups, right? But I do a lot of things. So then for me, I enjoy my me time. So there you go. Okay. What about that, Brent?
Well, I forgot to talk about the ocean too. So
do it.
Ocean. No, I mean, well, I love Soso's jacket. I just got one yesterday, that color also. Can't wait to wear it.
I love
but
that color.
I'm going to be moving close to the ocean sometime this year, which scares the living crap out of me, but also is something to look forward to. And to be able to go to the ocean every day would be, oh my gosh. I haven't been able to do that since I lived in San Francisco, which I left in 1998. So it's been a while.
Nice. So
it's your turn, Beth.
You had me joy. Oh, what brings me joy? I have to say, with all transparency and honesty, this right here has brought me so much joy. And I know that no, it really has. Connecting with all of you. I don't want to forget Legos. I discovered Legos at Christmas. This is some fucking joy right here. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay. Wait, which one? What was that? I'm sorry, I looked away.
This is my little my typewriter.
Oh my God, that is adorable.
My Lego
cute.
typewriter.
Oh, and it's a manual also. Okay.
I obviously I like Legos too, so
I
I'll bring
love
on
this
this one. This one's Gizmo is back. He's super cute. His ears even move a little bit.
That's
So
adorable.
like you
Oh
can
my gosh, I love it.
I refuse to get him wet because I don't want to know what happens if he does.
Oh,
I've heard that they pop out babies from their back, and if they eat after midnight, they go nuts.
It gets really ugly. It gets really ugly. That's
And
what
I already
heard.
have two like human-sized gremlins in my house. I don't need a miniature fluffy one that's outside my dogs. Like I've got 3 of those. I don't need another gremlin running around my house.
you've got enough action for you there.
Yeah.
Keep the water and food away from that, right?
Yeah. I won't spill my coffee on him.
Nice. Yeah, right. No, Legos, who knew? This has been a thing I did not know. My kids are all grown. They had lots of Legos when they were little. I have lots of scars on the bottom of my feet from them, so I remember. It's one of the worst things in the world, I think, is to step on the Lego kind of next to Trump.
It's kind of like
You know,
one of
it's
these.
like it's a
These
big-
ones hurt a lot. These tall, like spiky
Yes.
ones, because you don't even notice them, and they're just standing there, and you just smash a foot into them. You're like, "Fuck, that hurt."
Well, that's like one of the best curses ever. And may you step on a Lego every day of your life.
I hope Stephen Miller is stepping on Legos right now. Like,
Yeah.
I hope he
Yeah,
wakes up
I
with
feel it.
a box of those old like metal jacks that you put on the like you had to bounce the ball and
use
grab
the
the.
ball.
I hope he steps on those every fucking day for the rest of his
Yeah.
life. I hope they're like little needles or like thorns from raspberry bushes and rose bushes just sitting on his carpets. Like, I hope that's his experiences every day. He has to walk through a
Every
fucking
damn
bed
day.
of raspberry thorns.
Oh yeah,
That
we could do a
join in.
whole episode, like about how to make him feel pain, right? But yeah, no, but it's a good idea. Like, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I normally don't wish ill on people, but these white supremacist assholes, I really do wish ill on. Like,
It's so
I
bad.
have no positive energy going towards them. Like, I've cut off all energy positive in that direction, and that's where I flood my negative emotions. It's like if I don't like someone, like Stephen Miller, he's the smegma of human beings. He's that yeasty substance on the tip of an uncircumcised penis, and that's what he is as a human being.
I
Nice.
think if somebody just drew a line on the top of his head with a Sharpie, that would just say it all. I mean, really.
Yeah, if they put a line like just right about here, like maybe if he, instead of being bald, he did the tonsure and he just like shaved the middle of his head, he would then look like an uncircumcised penis trying to get out. And all I could see is like him screaming about it just in his mind, like, eh.
You know,
Smegma.
the guy,
That's a
like,
beautiful vision, Nick.
yeah.
You're
But
welcome.
it's scary because it looks like what brings him joy is to see other people suffer, and that's not acceptable. I'm sorry, but it is not. Anyway, so we'll just to make a long story short, I just saw something so nice in the chat, and please, can I say Brendan is right? Beth, your glasses, your lipstick, wow, it matches so well together.
Who said that?
Brendan said, maybe it was a little bit earlier. Your matching glasses and lipstick are awesome. So I agree.
Thank
I agree too.
you. Oh, thanks. That brought me joy. No, I appreciate that. I'm always get embarrassed if somebody says something nice. It's an anxiety trait. So sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
No, just smile.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, you mentioned books, Stephanie.
Mhm.
What is your favorite book that
Oh,
you, when you were reading it or when you finished it, you closed it and you just went, oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Well, there are different categories,
Mhm.
I think, for me. There's like the
Okay.
literature category, which I'm not going to touch right now because what's good in literature isn't necessarily the most enjoyable read. But so I'm going to talk about fantasy, and there's this author. She's Canadian. Her name is Victoria Goddard, and she has an entire world. The first one I read was called Hands of the Emperor, and it's not just a world, it's like 9 worlds. And this is a guy who came from like a Polynesian kind of community, and he's the emperor's secretary. And what you don't really realize through the book is that he is building the society that he wants to see because he has the power, and people call him like the ultimate bureaucrat. And he and the emperor who is very, 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 very dark skinned, and that's what
does the emperor have clothes?
Emperor has clothes, but he can't be touched because he's got magic. It'll burn people. But so the entire aristocracy is very dark black. And the thing that you kind of realize as you go through this book and the one that follows, which is called At the Feet of the Sun, Hands of the Emperor, At the Feet of the Sun, and many more in between. She's got different series that have different voices, that have different kind of tone, and is that he is building the kind of society that we all talk about, but in the context of this world. So the first thing he did was create like a postal system that worked, and right, and transportation that worked. And then there's a bunch of there's magic. So it's kind of all centered around the fall of magic, which kind of fucks time up. So time is different in various different places. Whatever. I love it. I've read it a lot, and I've reread it and all of the different books, and they're my go-tos when I want to. Oh, Jack, great. When I want to sort of get back into a nice place in my head and not be in the real world.
Who's the author? Is
Victoria Goddard. I'm going to write it in the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you, Stephanie. That sounds good. Nick, do you have a book or a favorite book, or if you read? Some people.
I do. I read a lot.
I'm glad to hear it. What is it?
My favorite book series is one that's probably lesser known. It's from an Australian author named Sarah Douglas. It's the Axis trilogy and the Wayfarer's Redemption trilogy. So it's 2 trilogies back to back. The first half is about the father and his journey into restoring the world of, I think it's called Tenkindar. I've never been able to say it properly. From a authoritarian leader who called the Plow God, who is the human god who wants to subjugate everybody into being serfs and living under his rule and his thumb. Sound kind of familiar to anybody.
I was like, wait, are we still talking about a book series or life?
Right now we're talking about life and the book series. And it's it's about 3 different races on this planet. And it's, I'll throw the author's name into the book series or into the chat. And so there's these 3 different races. There's some really cool magic systems on the world. One of the races is a winged, almost angelic race that they sing. For their magic is through song and voice. And then there's a group that is about like forest dwellers, and they use an earth magic and are more nature based and are more druidic in their ideals, and then there's humans who have oppressed and suppressed our magic because of the plow god. So we don't have any innate magic in use, even though we actually have the most powerful innate magic. We've just lost the use of it, and it's all based on the magic of what's called the star dance, which is the music of the stars creates energy that can be used for magic things. And then they fight off world events, and there's huge fights. It's really awesome. I thought it was really good. It's one of my favorite series. I read it almost yearly. And so I have gone through a couple copies of the books, and they're harder to find these days because the author is, I think, deceased. But you can still find them. So I'll put the author's name in the chat.
Yeah, and there's one more author. I totally want to read those. It sounds like the stuff I read as well. But there's an author who doesn't do trilogies. She does a lot of. Her name is Natasha Pulley, and all of her books are different. But there's a lot of time fuckery. And the latest book is something on Mars, where I don't remember what it's called. Her name is Natasha Pulley. And she might very well be Canadian too. Where there's life on Mars, but they've done away with gender because I did say time fuckery, because of the femicide on Earth. So everybody's gender free on this new Mars, but they still found ways to make different levels of society and us's and them's and whatever. It's I can't remember. But anyway, she all of her books are amazing.
I love that.
Let's see.
You know what's weird? I mean, my daughter keeps telling me that, Mom, why don't you like fantasy? And I'm listening to you talk about fantasy books, and I used to read fantasy a lot, from being a teenager up to about, I don't know, maybe in my 30s or something. I was a big fantasy fan. I'd read Game of Thrones even before they were talking about making it a series,
Yeah, that needed an editor. I read it too, and they kind of went off on storylines they never brought back, whatever. But I hear you.
Yeah.
I love the Wheel of Time, but that one's there's some books in there. Robert Jordan probably could have skipped books 6 and 7 and just condensed them out, because it was just the main character sort of ranting and raving and having a mental breakdown for 1,200 pages per book of just a mental breakdown by this guy. And it was really important in the story in the end, because the context was really powerful, but it was also really hard to read for 2 straight books. Which is why I also, if you haven't read him, is Brandon Sanderson is another really great author.
Yes, agree.
And he writes a lot of really good fantasy. He has a really big world building series. And he's just finished a couple of the smaller series in each one. When I say smaller, I mean books that are 1,200 freaking pages long, and 4 or 5 of them per series. But he has a couple that are shorter. They're all incredible world building, and it's there's heroes, there's heroines, it's not just a male dominated thing. There are class structures, and they talk about the oh shit, I can't remember the series title. Stormlight Archive is one of his newest series. It's 5 or 6 books long, very incredibly detailed. It has a really rigid cast and structured system, and at the same time you see equality in different ways or inequality in different ways based on not just gender but also different races, and he touches on it, and it's really powerful coming from someone and I'm going to say this, and I know some people might not enjoy what I am about to say, is really powerful coming from someone who's a Mormon, who is showing a world where there is equitable society and equality and fairness and different races and colors and ideologies that are coming together in various ways and cultures, because unfortunately Mormonism is very strictly white dominant, and they have a very bad history of white dominance and white supremacy throughout. I mean, they genocided all of the Native Americans on their way to Utah, so they don't have a good history of that. But some of the folks who, just like all of us, who are just happen to have a religion, if you do or don't, you just happen to be, say, a Mormon or a Christian, you may just be a really good writer. And he's a really good writer. And he has some really good ideas and really good views that even if he doesn't practice all of them in his own life, at least he's creating worlds where people can imagine being the hero or heroine or the somewhere in between. And it's really cool because he talks on things like the main character in Stormlight Archive is super depressed, and it's half of the storyline is about his depression, and it's really powerful because he goes super deep into it, and it touches on mental illness and stuff. So I really like that series because of that.
Yeah, I got 2 books in and then lost the thread.
Oh, it's I would listen to them on audiobook. They're easier because sometimes it's harder to read those, but there's so much in them too, and you connect characters from different books that are different timelines too within the same universe, but
more time fuckery.
There is time fuckery, a lot of time fuckery, because if you go into the Spren world, the world of the Spren, and not into the human physical realm, into the spiritual realm, time flows a little differently, so you can move in different patterns too. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey shit. Thank you, Doctor Who.
Oh, science fiction series. That's great. But you know what I was about to say afterwards, though, is that I used to read a lot of fantasies, but I find that as I'm growing older, for some reason, I'm not into fantasy that much. I'll watch it, but in terms of reading, it's for example, the book, I read less too. I read more online, and I read shorter articles, just to read about politics, science, life, health, blah, 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 blah. But it's so much more realistic. I guess is what I'm realizing. And I was trying to explain that to my daughter, because she was almost angry at me, because she reminds me of myself at her age. She's really into she's into mangas, animes, and she wants to go to Japan and learn Japanese. But at the same time, she has this persona that she's written since she was little. She calls her Lou Demola or something, and she's made this character, and she's made this whole fantasy world, and she's writing the story it's a book. She's stuck on this idea since she's been young, and I do encourage her, but it's just sometimes it's I'm not as I kind of feel in the movie, the never ending story, I that was my favorite story when I was a kid. I felt Bastion was me. It was just I don't want to live here. I want to live in Fantasia. And my background.
I'm going there.
I'm writing down all of these things.
And the Labyrinth.
Sorry?
Anybody remember the Labyrinth?
Oh, the Labyrinth, the Goonies, Willow. All of those. They just, it's those were my escape. Yeah. Maybe that's it. It was the escape.
I had a time period where I read young adult dystopian novels. And that was 10 years ago. And then life got to be too close to those dystopian novels, and I had to quit. But I'd read most of them by then anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Labyrinth traumatized you, Court. Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
That's really weird, Courtney, because I listened to Labyrinth with my daughter when she was little, and she loved it too, like I did maybe. And then this is an anecdote I have to tell you. So I used to put on like the Labyrinth soundtrack, because I really, really, really like David Bowie. He's one of my favorite singer. And basically I told her when she was little, like one day we'll go see him in concert, if ever he comes back to Montreal or, like if ever. But then I didn't realize, that he was going to be sick or whatever, because look at the guys from Journey. I'm going to go see them and they're like in their 70s, So at one point, eventually he had cancer and he died. And then I don't know, it's kind of casually, I said, oh, like David Bowie died of cancer. And she started crying. I don't remember when it was, like maybe she was 10 or something. And she was like, I was like, what's wrong? She was like, but we're not gonna be able to go see him in concert anymore. She was stuck on this idea that we were gonna go see him. And I hadn't realized because she really liked the music as I did. So that brings me joy, spending time with your kid, but also like really connecting on things that you like. Like you mentioned, Nick, before, like making Legos with your kids and sharing your daughter's drawing. Do you draw?
Yeah, we specifically put down time for when we can to do Legos or play on Minecraft together in the realm or in a world where we all build and create together, and do parallel play a lot and interactive play. We try and mix both, because parallel play is just as important, where you can play next to people without having to interact all the time. And I think that's a great tool for a lot of us too, who are sometimes uncomfortable socially interacting. But like drawing is parallel play. You can draw independently next to your kid, or they can draw while you build Legos, or they can draw while you paint, or they can paint while you build Legos, or whatever. We do that. Like my daughter will come in and build Legos with us for a little while, and then she'll draw. My son will sit there and build Legos nonstop. But I know my daughter's only going to come in every so often. So when she comes in, I change my attention towards her to make sure that she gets a fair amount while she's also out there and interacting. So I like doing intentional play as much as I can. And we're working on that more, especially as they get older, because they don't always want to do that. But I'm working on all of that because I'm now house dad, because my wife works and started her business, and I'm really proud of her. And it brings me joy to see her happy and see her excited for what she's doing, because it adds to my happiness to see her also happy. And so I'm really excited. It's going to be a fun venture.
That's awesome.
I think that's
and lots to do here too.
We were mentioning concerts in the chat. I had mentioned I had went to the Prince Purple Rain concert.
So jealous.
Sheila E. opened, and it was, I can't even tell you how amazing that concert was. It was at, God, they used to call it the Silverdome. I can't remember. Pontiac Silverdome. It was in Michigan. And I wish I had a better date. I was 16, 17. I had won the tickets. I'm going to share this. I had won the tickets at a dance-off.
Ah.
I could dance back in the day. So I took a boy and we went, and it was the most amazing concert that I had ever seen. So, yeah. Life-changing, Courtney, it was. She asked, it was. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that he took his mom to see Madonna, Cher, and Cyndi Lauper in concert. It was so much fun to see her joy. That is so sweet.
3
sharing.
Also,
I missed the chance to see Rush when I was in high school. It was on my graduation event weekends or stuff. So my mom told me basically is you go to that concert and you're not getting any of your graduation gifts in return. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks. And so I didn't go to the Rush concert. So, but that's okay. My friend did, and he talked about, it was in Montreal. It was in 2008, I think it was. No. Yeah, 2008. And he got back and he was like, yeah, the fireballs were so large you could feel them at the back of Expo Stadium. Like I was like, holy shit, that's ridiculous. But I've gotten to see some really cool bands too. Like we've gone to Rocklahoma twice, which is in the middle of nowhere, Pryor, Oklahoma, and it's a big rock festival. And like it's a 4-day festival. It's like a week and a half long of activities, but it's a 4-day concert series. And we've watched a band called Nothing More, or listened to a band called Nothing More since they came out. Years and years and years, probably over a decade ago now. We finally got to see them 2 years ago, and that was really cool. Getting to see Flogging Molly for a second time in my life was really neat, and seeing my favorite band Coheed and Cambria twice so far has been really cool too.
That's awesome.
Had a lot of fun concert experiences.
Yeah, I can't do concerts anymore. It's too loud. But what were all of your first concerts?
Kenny Rogers, Crystal Gale.
New Kids on the Block.
Kenny Rogers can.
Mine was Chicago.
Mine was Warped Tour in 2004 in Montreal.
Who? Sorry, I didn't hear. Nick's a robot.
You're roboting, Nick.
Hold on.
Ooh, AC/DC, Sushi Philiac. Sushi would have been amazing.
Honestly, Nick, I couldn't hear what you said. What was it? The first concert? I didn't get it.
Oh,
Spice.
it was called the Vans Warped Tour. And so Vans is a shoe company. The concert series was called Warped Tour. And I went in 2004 in Montreal. I think that was my first real concert series, and I got to see Flogging Molly, Killswitch Engage, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Coheed and Cambria. I think Katy Perry was there. I think she was like an odd one for that concert series, but she was there. And yeah, that's I think that was my first concert that I really went to.
I still remember it, like because it's your first, you know. It's like I remember the screaming. 14, like Sushi said, she was 14 at her concert, and so was I. You know, a bunch of little teenagers, young teenagers screaming because it was a bunch of guys, right? New Kids on the Block. I mean, the first boy band, I think. Like, it was really fun.
Well, the Beatles were the first boy band. They're the original boy
They
band.
weren't dancing on stage.
They were still the original boy band.
No, but they made like girls scream and pass out and whatever.
We took our daughters, my husband and I took our daughters when they were young to see Backstreet Boys. And I don't know who had a better time, my daughters or my husband, who was in the back just doing it. I was like, should I be concerned here? It was.
What's wrong with Backstreet Boys?
We loved it.
Don't be hating on the Backstreet Boys.
I was more concerned he was going to throw his panties on the stage than he was having a really good time. He loved it. So, but he also loves his Hallmark movies. So that brings him joy. Oh my goodness! Everybody got quiet. There was this awkward silence.
Alanis Morissette. So I used to work. The first time I heard of Alanis Morissette, I worked in San Francisco in high-tech PR, and one of my coworkers was the sister of Carson Daly. I don't know if anybody remembers him. He was a local DJ, and then he made it to whatever he made it to. And he was dating Alanis Morissette at that time. It was probably 1995. And I was like, who is this person? And so she's Canadian too. And seems that all the cool people are Canadian. So this close to greatness.
Oh wow!
Thanks her, the DJ who was.
I encourage everyone, if you don't have one, please go out and get your Canadian support person. It's necessary.
They come with a free moose. and healthcare.
Yes. And yeah, so I have a few, Courtney, Soso, if you're an American, you need a Canadian support person, find one now.
Find Courtney or Monica; they'll help you out. They have a good
And Monica,
they
yes.
have a good network of Canadian support systems.
Yeah, someday you
Adopt
might-
an American today for only $5 a year and help feed families in America,
Right.
and help save us from fascism.
Right. And you might have some house guests at some point in the future.
And we'll put that Sarah McLachlan song on that makes everybody cry.
$4.99 a day. You can support the Americans that are just being fucked out of their country right now. Please join us. Please help.
Yes.
For the price.
Are you a Canadian who is
Starbucks.
offering free healthcare, moose, and a system where everybody is equitable and has value? You should join the Canadian Support Network in the underground Canadian railroads. Welcome to Canada. Thank you for supporting your valuable American neighbors who are dying of fascism, hunger, and please do not forget that we are not all assholes. Help us, please.
We're not all assholes.
Nick, was that like spontaneous?
Yes.
I thought you were reading a text. I was like, is that a website or something?
No. Please, for the low cost of $5 a month, please support your American neighbors in our time of need as we realize that we fucking suck globally and everybody hates us because our government is
America sucks right
trash.
now. We need help, please.
This has been your public service announcement for today.
There it is.
Adopt an American
I still
today.
love it. Oh,
If you believe people are people, adopt an American today.
that's a good. That's a good.
I love that. Hearts up.
Yeah.
Kind of like elbows up, but
Yeah.
I won.
What's going on?
You won.
It's
you
working.
did that really well, Julie.
There we go.
I thought he did.
I would like to point out what Courtney said. I absolutely agree. How do you want to laugh and cry at the same time? Because that's I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this happening. It's like, oh,
It's
yeah.
you got to have your sense of humor. And I think that's why it's so important to make these connections. And even if you jump on for 5 moments, 5 minutes, and you just breathe and walk away for a minute, because it is really ugly over here and it's getting ugly across the world, and we're gonna need humans more than ever, good humans. So I'm glad you guys are here.
If someone wants to help me write a script for a Canadian support Adopt American public service announcement, I will record a short video for it and then put it out as an article of please support your American
Oh my
neighbors
God.
with a PSA.
That would be
doing
awesome.
Courtney, she said she owns
Courtney,
the
we're doing
emotional
this.
support Canadian.ca domain.
Clearly, Courtney, you need to be a part of this because you are helping build the emotional support Canadian system. I'd like to figure out what the export and import costs of a moose would be, because I would like to be a Mountie on a moose. I grew up in Vermont being called, "Aren't you part of Canada too?" Every single fucking time that somebody asked me where my state was, they're like, "Isn't that part of Canada?" No. I wish it was at this point.
State is hoping to be part of Canada.
Well,
I
there's
wish
a
it
lot of
was. I
people-
wish Vermont was part of Canada at this point, but
I'm sure all of
um,
New England, I'm sure Washington is up there thinking, we're so close.
I'm trying to.
I'll do a support independent journalism PSA. Like if people want to throw me PSA,
We're gonna do this.
scripts, I'm glad to record some of those. Like why not? They're fun. People say I have a good voice for radio. And I can drop my voice too a little bit if we want to go a little bit lower, and we can do something like this on a PSA. How are we doing today?
Please, I
Welcome
love this
to Time
American.
for Life.
You guys are all here for Nick right now. Go ahead, Nick.
Please adopt this American for the low price of $5 a month, as Sarah McLachlan tells you to be sad and have feelings and hate yourself if you do not adopt an American today, welcome to the wonderful states of the Americas of amnesia. United States has fallen. We would love our Canadian emotional support people to come out in droves and give us a welcome surprise. You like the normal voice? I can go higher, lower. I trained as a musician. So
Oregon needs to come.
Do what you guys from that LCD normal Nick voice.
Which voice sounded better? Nick's lower.
Monica wants Soso to sing the jingle in French.
Oh God, do it, Soso.
Well, first, can you remind me? Because I know it's. I'm proud to be an American. Can you remind me the tune? Because I'm trying to. It's the. Can someone sing it? Just proud to be an American. Can you just tell me like how it? Give me the rhyme. Like.
Give me the.
I actually don't know much more of that one.
I don't know.
I think I heard like proud.
Oh, so at least I know I'm free. No.
Oh, the Lee Greenwood song? Please no. Please no. Lee Greenwood is a fucking asshole. He is a mega asshole.
Please adopt an American.
Yeah, but I don't want to give Lee Greenwood any props for anything because he sucks. He sucks. Okay. He's part of the fascist group. Get rid of that guy. I am not. God does not bless the USA when we're fascist assholes.
No,
good point.
Come save an American today for $5.99.
It doesn't work that way.
So I have this little guy. This is Morty.
Oh, he's cute.
So he's a mule because it's from where my son's going to go to school next year. But I thought I remembered him being a moose. So I ran and got him so I could be like, here's a moose. But sadly, he's just a mule. But Morty the mule agrees that you should definitely adopt American.
Roscoe the red raccoon also says you should adopt an American today.
Wait. I guess there's my.
Roscoe is my red raccoon support animal for when we do Knights of the Round Table ever, and when we're together for some of our shows, he sits on my shoulder. He moves around in the office too. He's sort of like the elf on the shelf, but more raccoony.
It's a red panda, isn't it?
Red panda. They're more akin to raccoons than.
Or no?
No, he is a red panda. They do arms. They go like this, and then they fall over. They jump up, and then they put out red hands. They do this. We do it in our house. Red hands, and you sort of do jazz hands, and then they fall down.
That's Friday night.
Chicken.
That's Friday night.
Oh my gosh. So I know people who have chickens, and apparently they are like really lovely to like hold and pet. And I'm personally not a fowl friend, but chickens bring people joy.
Ducks bring people joy too. They also taste really good when you eat them. So yes, they bring joy all around from conception to death. They are a joyful animal. They swim. Their face looks like their beak looks like a dog's face. If you've ever looked at the front of a duck, it looks like they're wearing a dog's face for a mask for their beak. And they taste good. Like they're cute and they taste good. What's wrong with that? It's like
just seems
rabbits taste good too. They're also easy to manage if you don't want to have.
You can't have two, or else you'll have like 50.
Yeah, if you get more than one, you're gonna have 1,000.
Swans, geese, and ducks. Well, swans and geese are mean-ass creatures. Oh,
Canadian geese are the meanest.
Sweet.
That's a Canadian cat support animal.
Canadian. Are you going to be shipping those out? How do we get a Canadian support animal?
That's the moose. They're going to start exporting
We're not
moose
going
to
to get
America
like a
for Canadian support animals.
chicken or a Canadian support.
I'm moving to the land of the moose, and I will procure a moose for all of us.
Be careful when you're driving around.
Oh,
moose.
I
They
know.
come
Oh
out
my
of
God.
freaking nowhere, and they're so big, so big.
My husband's friend once ran into a moose with his car, which got completely totaled, and
Lucky to be alive.
yes,
Wow.
And my husband's family, they were like going off to ski somewhere in the wilds of Maine and hit a deer, and also got into a major accident. And apparently the state patrol are like, well, do you want to take the meat with you?
I mean, I would. There's a lot of meat. You may as well not miss it. Like, lose out on that. You did use your car for it. It's an expensive trade, so you may as well get the meat.
Yeah. People will spend a lot of money to go hunting on hunting trips. So
what is that?
Beavers would be good. We could use beavers. We killed a lot of them in the States.
Go get the Canadian support beaver. Canadian support beaver now.
Get your Canadian support beaver, nice and furry and warm.
Oh, kitty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes in here somewhere, Jack.
There's a lot of jokes going.
Oh yeah. We need
that can remain unspoken.
Well, we are coming to the top of the hour.
No way. I don't want to end this. This is way more time.
I know. I could go on all day with this, but
yeah,
we can't. So, what would you like to say about joy, Nick?
Good point.
I think that's a great question. My statement on joy is you need to find it. You need to find it in your own life. You need to be okay with finding that joy too, and accepting that you do get joy out of things, because we're trained a lot to not strive for joy, but only strive for success. And those aren't always the same things. They often can be, because you get a lot of success out of joy, but you don't always get joy out of success. So find your joy in things, because then you'll be more successful just personally, and people will notice it. Be a moral authority, be strong, authoritative, and right, and be a center for others to follow, but purposely find joy rather than just success. And that's what I have to say on that.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Well, yes, I totally agree with that. Joy is resilience, and in these times, we need to not forget. Like you were talking about, people are chasing success, but all of us here who get into the news all the time, we need to be able to pull back and find joy in our lives in Morty or whatever, or dad jokes, which my son is incredibly proficient at, because that's the way that we're going to survive. I mean, without joy, we don't get to stay human. So
yeah.
That's what
And so.
Oh, I could go on but yeah, quickly about joy. I do like this quote, which is, enjoy your journey. I don't know if you can see it, because it is a journey, and it's not a long river that is calm and and just, do you know what I mean? Like the long. Anyways, I sometimes just feel like life is an ocean. You'll get storms. Sometimes it'll be clear. The clouds. Joy is how you open yourself to noticing what makes you happy and makes you feel good. So you're right when you say, I don't want to go chasing after success, because we're so drilled to go to school and to achieve, to to get 100%. I mean, I was an overachiever in school. I have a master's degree in psychology, and I'm not even a psychologist anymore. So yes, will go to therapy all my life to say I haven't succeeded, right? But look, I mean, it's not about that. It's about it could be ways that you don't expect, where you'll find that even if you haven't succeeded where you thought you wished you'd succeed, you'll be doing other things, and you have to be open to new experiences, because then that's when you start seeing the little details. But I would say, yeah, joy is about opening yourself to surprising moments. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay,
I
Jack,
think
why don't you close us out? Why was the nurse looking for a red crayon? I'm scared of what the answer is going to be.
While we're waiting for the answer to that question, how do you fit an elephant into a refrigerator?
you don't.
One piece at a time.
Oh.
How do you fit a
That's the
giraffe
same-
into a refrigerator?
I
One
don't
piece
know.
at a time.
You take the elephant out first.
They wanted
Oh
to
my-
draw blood. Fantastic, Jack. I used
Nice.
to eat an elephant so many times with my kid when he was growing up. Not the fridge part, but just the how do you eat an elephant? And now, like, it doesn't,
One bite at a
lost-
time.
One bite at a time. It's lost its charm.
Thank you for
We're here for the
everyone.
jokes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to thank everyone. It's like, oh, so many
Thank you
people.
everyone for coming, for spending this time. This is, this first one just wanted to be laid back with our friends and co-hosts and help get comfortable with it, which I appreciate. And we look forward to seeing you all on Chronically Ill on next Monday, and Chronically Ill and Out, and Time for Life again next Wednesday.
Yes, thank you so
I'm
much,
so glad we got
Stephanie
to
and
do
Dave.
this.
Thank you
Love
for having us as your first guests.
Yeah, thank
It
you.
was a lot of fun.
Thanks for almost the nearly 200 people who've joined us today throughout the discussion.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been
Wow.
really fun to be able to get to host and open this and give you guys the opportunity to do this show, or a platform to do this on with, and build out our community more. So thank you so much, and thank you, Beth and Soso. This was a lot of fun, and as
Thank you, man.
always fun to hang out with you.
All right, you know what
wait,
to do.
we're gonna heart it.
Yeah.
We're gonna heart it. Okay.
Oh.
Ours
Steph's
aren't
starting to
working,
get it down too.
but Steph's getting it down.
I got it once.
You have
You
to
got it,
stop
Mark?
it and then do it again.
Two
There
of
we
us
go.
don't have that.
Or if you do two, hold on, will it celebrate for me? Haha.
This is supposed to do it too?
Yeah, if you like count, like sometimes I'll start counting with my fingers and I'm like, this
There's
is not a
some joy.
celebratory
Have a
moment.
wonderful day.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.